Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Game 3 of Week 10 of Season 4 of the Baddie Overwatch League. Frickin' massive hype match tonight. I am your host, Albino Joe, and with me is the other host, the good host, the better host, the one who actually knows the game and talks about the players as if they have preferences that I don't know about. Cal, aka Hook Resets. How you doing tonight?
Hello, I'm doing well. I'm pretty happy. Maybe not so much about my performance, but I'm happy that my team could carry me through. So, I'm excited to cast this game, really.
Dude, congrats on your match, dude. You're selling yourself short. You did amazing, and your team, yeah, you know, they have carry potential, but you do too. Everyone's up there, and they're just doing amazing.
Man, I appreciate it, but this game is actually huge because the winner of this game, or I should say the loser of this game, is eliminated completely from playoffs, and this will be their last match. But the winner gets to move on to face Mercy Nerf Me Daddy next week.
Yeah, I mean, the loser of this match goes home packing, and has nothing to show for this league. They're shitlords. They're awful. They should probably uninstall the game or something. No, I'm just kidding. None of them should install the game. They should keep it installed, maybe play a little bit less, or more if they want to get good. I don't know. But this does matter a lot, as whoever loses this, it's, they have to go, if they tie, they have a tiebreaker, don't they? If they go 1.5 to 1.5?
Let me check that real quick.
I think they do, actually, yeah.
Would winner...
Yeah, because if they tie on this map, this is the only map you can tie on out of the three. So if they tie on this map,
Jeff from the Overwatch team is a game down.
4, 3,
yeah, but I believe the tiebreaker goes to them, right? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
To paging Timic, we need to know these things again, because I read it like 4 times, but I still don't get it. Anyway, talking about these team comps, we got Jeff from the Overwatch team on attack here, running Josh Danko on that Diva, Captain getting picked right away on that McCree from Trees, Junkrat from Waifu Superstar. They're down 1, but they're pushing, and they don't give a fuck. They're going to try and push through the birds, and they're going to get peeled apart and skinned alive in the bird factory over here. Nothing looking good right now for Jeff from the Overwatch team, and I don't think this fight is going to favor them, except TK Thrifty is down. But Valk has a hammer down already, like a freaking boosted animal. Zedekis getting him back up, saying, good job, pat on the back, man. And, yeah, hold goes to Waifu Superstar, too.
Imagine the amount of left clicks he had to get 100% already. Tree already has his ult, too. Scooter getting close. And overall, they just have the better ult advantage.
Yeah, really big, but it looks like Jeff from the Overwatch team is doing the same shit different days. Tree's tired is going to find Scotch, unfortunately. You gotta keep that shield up, bud. And, yeah, Waifu Superstar looking to capitalize this as Valk goes in on the Reinhardt. He's not gonna find much with that, but make enough space for his team to get a couple more picks in the back end. And, points still being held.
Captain actually going to swap off the McCree to the Widowmaker pick we saw last match on this map. Maybe to try to see Tree unawares. We'll see what sightlines he can find.
Yeah, well, we'll see what the sightlines he can find. The same shit, different day happens, but they fake it. They don't go right. They, in fact, charge the point. Scotch in the back line. Triple tank coming out of Jeff from the Overwatch team as Valk is able to get the pin on Scotch, but Scotch gets the hammer down very big, finding TK Thrifty knocked down, but he doesn't die quite yet until just now. 3 members of Waifu Superstar are dead, and they are just falling apart here. Scotch swinging away, and yeah, Spagooter, the last one to contest the point, and sorry bud, you're gonna give that up.
Yeah, really nice hammer down from Scotch, sets up Josh's ult to kill Zed, and well executed.
Objective lost.
And I'm receiving word right now that our streamer, who is saying it's fine to me over and over and over again and pleading me to not talk about it, has an overlay up. But, you know, it's fixed now, so we're good. Anyway, Cart getting pushed. Jeff from the Overwatch team, triple tanking it. Josh Danko, or sorry, not Josh Danko, Dano on that sick-ass Lucio, Cupid Pete on that sick-ass Moira. Waifu Superstar, what you gonna do about this?
TK Thrifty is gonna have a pretty hard time finding someone to someone out, but Tree gets a huge tire
Two
poke.
people! Oh, Caster Curse! Caster curses, they die, and Tree dies in the process of delivering that tire, but Zedekis says, no, brother, I got your back. And Waifu is holding this very close to the choke. Great play.
Yeah, and that's one ult, forces them all to get back. That's a good 30 seconds they're gonna lose. Ult advantage is in light favor of Jeff from the Overwatch team. They're gonna have sights, but we'll see how much it really matters. Cap'n needs to really show up for Jeff from the Overwatch team to do well. And TK Thrifty.
TK Thrifty popping off, using the tag visor, not necessarily finding anyone anytime soon here. Josh Danko does fall, but AJS0 says, my team's getting attacked, I'm going to pop the Tranquility and keep a lot of people up, but unfortunately TK Thrifty and Zedekis are going to die in this. The Kamehameha coming out of QBP doing a little bit of damage there, but a very scattered fight here going to Waifu Superstar as Sneaky Turtle and Tree are both caught on the back end here, and Spagooter trying to flush out the Lucio, and he does. Jeff from the Overwatch team has to regroup.
Luckily for Jeff from the Overwatch team, Cap actually takes out both DPS, so if they can regroup quickly here, they might be able to do something. Thrifty Swift swapping over to Reaper, just he's more comfortable on it, and I think it will work much better against a triple tank comp.
Oh, for sure. And a massive hammer down, but also an alright Diva Bomb finding Zedekis, so the healing pool is halved now. Wow, massive tire coming out of Tree again. 2Ks all fucking day. Spagooter getting hooked on the back end here. 1v1ing Sneaky Turtle, saying, no, I don't have to fight you. You know, I'm too good for you. I'm getting back to the cart.
Yeah, that's really a shame. They used both the tank ults trying to set up something, but the Diva Bomb only gets the Mercy again. I think Scotch needs to be a little bit more patient with the Rhino. I didn't see exactly how that worked, but if they can get it behind Valk, that's the only way to make it work.
Yeah, and a Tranquility coming out trying to save Valk, but not necessarily getting there, as Jeff from the Overwatch team has to kind of back off. But TK Thrifty pushing up way too hard with AJS0 not with him. He's getting picked on the back line as well. Zedekis in the air trying to heal his team, and a massive hammer down coming out of Valk. You're saying, no, my team will not suck. Spagooter saying, yeah, buddy, I'm right behind you. Massive 3K coming out of the Diva Bomb that was chained to the Reinhardt ult. Spagooter says, guys, we can push up on this, but no one else believes him. And yeah, Waifu Superstar holds.
The exact same combo that they had ran before to get first point got reinitiated on them, and it's really unfortunate. They had a couple picks, they just couldn't hold up against the pressure. Oh, nice ult.
Yeah, Jeff from the Overwatch team definitely had a clear advantage at the start of that fight. But Scotch looking for a massive hammer down from the top row, doesn't find it, but he does eventually find AJS0 with Josh Danko at his side. And people are dying on both teams, it looks like. Very skirmishy fight as Waifu Superstar is playing very close to the point. Defense Matrix on that Sneaky Turtle Roadhog ult. He's not necessarily getting anyone with that as he dies ulting. And yeah, Valkyr, massive shield, Spagooter, good defense matrix, keeping his whole entire team up. And overtime is about to happen here as Dano says, I have to have teams, I have to have members on here. And then the Spagooter all comes down, finding Josh Danko's mech. TK Thrifty had something to do with that as well. And Jeff from the Overwatch team has spawn advantage. They can hold this or push this or keep killing people and trickling and afford to push the cart as they do. Captain on that Tracer switch. Smart idea from that Widow. Finding some people from Waifu Superstar, and the advantage clearly goes to Jeff from the Overwatch team as Waifu Superstar has to back off and regroup now.
Cap does die from that trap. That could be huge if they can't find the res, and they don't have Mercy, so they're not going to find that res. He's going to come back soon, thankfully, but if they don't wait for him to come back, he's been a huge part of the kills that's let them push forwards. He's killed Swift and Zed several times. So I'm slightly dubious. Valk looking for a huge hammer down again.
Yeah, Valk up in the grill of the enemy team, getting hooked and looking for that hammer down, but Scotch is keeping that shield up. He's a little afraid here. And the fight is going down. Kamehameha coming out of QVP, and the hammer down comes, interrupting it along with 3 other members. Spagooter changed the bomb, but not quite fast enough, but he does find Dano. Valk is just popping off on his own over here, finding all sorts of kills. And TK Thrifty, the janitor, comes in, cleans up, but he's bombed? Good for him.
Score
Oh,
Regal
wow.
set up.
to 1.
Valk,
Switching
once again, getting a
sides.
3-man knockdown into the Diva bomb a little bit later, but it still cleaned up the job.
Yeah, honestly, massive credit to Spagooter and Valk tonight. They are putting on their game faces, and I'm gonna say it. I think they're carrying their team right now.
Yeah, Valk has always been the player for me to watch out for on this team. I think he has one of the highest heights, especially as a Reinhardt player. There aren't too many, and he's been more or less quiet. I think he's been playing much more Winston than he has the Rhine, but between him, Scotch, and Jim are basically the Reinhardt players, and I think it's hard to say who's the best. Jim definitely has like a big point, especially for me. Slight bias, TPC.
Of course, he's
But-
a great Reinhardt. I'll side
Yeah.
with you on that for sure.
But Valk, for Waifu Superstar to succeed, Valk almost needs to have a good game sometimes. It's either him or Tree, it feels like.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
And right now, he's doing great. Spagooter's kind of also not backpacking, but definitely just working well with him.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, Spagooter's flushing people out of the corridors too. I've seen him multiple times on the healers on the back line. Those Diva bombs have been in really prime position, and even at the start of that, Tree's Junkrat tires kind of were the star of the beginning of that push. But that was the last
Objective A.
section of this map. As we go on to the next phase here, attackers and defenders switched around. We have a massive dive comp coming out of Waifu Superstar attacking the high ground. Semi-death ball from Jeff from the Overwatch team. They go up into birds here, and they are in a really bad corridor to be fighting anyone that has a lot of spam. But Jeff from the Overwatch team doesn't really have much spam. A lot of hit scan, but nothing to really destroy the team. And a massive swoop coming out of Zedekis, flushing them all out from the high ground. Waifu Superstar says, "Fuck y'all, this is ours. Please, thank you," and pushes to the point after that. And they do an amazing job taking people out on the point here. Spagooter does fall to a combination of the hit scan players here, and a lot of people are dying right now from Waifu Superstar. The push gets eliminated, but man, that was a lot of style. A hell of a lot of style to start that push.
Yeah. Zed getting a 5-man boop, I think, there. Maybe even 6.
My ultimate is charged.
But in reality, this comp from Waifu Superstar doesn't do crazy well into double hit scan. It's not like they're great into tanks, but their main weakness is shields, and the only shield is from Valk's bubble. Without that, it's a lot harder to shut them down.
Oh, this is my jam.
Yeah, Valk is going to be a key player for Waifu Superstar with that shield, I believe, as well. But it looks like they sneak on point with 4 of the team members, and it looks like that's not going to work. They need 6 in order to win a fight, and 2 go down immediately, so they're outnumbered again, and Jeff from the Overwatch team just doesn't have to do much to stop that push.
Yeah, they just tried to ram their face in. The flashbang from Josh, catching TK Thrifty before he could even use his breather. But all advantage is in their favor now. It was last fight as well, I believe. But we'll see if they can probably lose COB into the fight and pop out from there.
I think the story of this next fight is going to be Spagooter's Diva Bomb and Tree's Junkrat Tire. As Spagooter takes a lot of damage at the start of this fight, and the Zedekis drops the feed, only finding a couple of his teammates, as no one else is following in on that. And again, very disjointed dive. Everyone is not together, and everyone's just cleaned up. But they do take a couple ults. In fact, a lot of ults.
Every
off of
ult.
Jeff from the Overwatch team. Wait, they used everything.
I don't know why, but they used everything.
What did Dano trank for?
He
Did I miss
trained
something?
early on. Pretty early on. I don't think that was his fault. I think that Scotch using his ult was a mistake. Sneaky, I didn't see. But TK Thrifty swapping off of a tank, so a couple ults changed. I mean, they don't have Zed on score either, and Tree's just dead.
Yeah, just a good pick, but they have that Mercy to res them up, so they go back up to birds, because that's what worked before. And a fire in the hole coming out of Tree, finding 4 of them!
Alright.
This is their fight to win. Waifu Superstar needs to get on right now, and everyone knows it. It's the Reinhardt Valkyr charge. finding Cuban Pete. You're a lone mercy, man. You can't do shit off of that. And he jumps off the edge, and that's a wrap, fam.
Really
Waifu
sad about
takes
that
point.
is they have double hit scan, which is the perfect thing into tire, but they just couldn't find it. Tree weaved it around well enough. And who needs ult advantage when you just have one Junkrat tire killing 4 people?
Yeah, that might be play of the game. I don't know, maybe one of those diva bombs from Spagooter. Waifu right now coming out with the massive plays of the game. Jeff from the Overwatch team has to step up their clearing game.
PK50 getting popped off now.
Ooh, Josh Danko falling as well.
He's gonna get rest.
Yeah, people are dying. Good Mercy Rest from Cuban Pete there as the fight is kind of bleeding into the side room here. And a Diva Bomb coming out, not finding anyone. A high noon from Danko, hopefully finding someone. Not going to find it though. Scotch getting hammered down on Zedekis, trying to run in. Probably his shift was on cooldown, who knows. And no one is dying on Waifu right now as the cart is moving forward.
They have still 2 minutes left, not bad. They're gonna be going into 3 ults from Jeff from the Overwatch team, but Captain goes down, so it's actually just 2.
Yeah, 2 ults. Not if Captain's alive, unfortunately, or not if he's dead. Valk is getting up. Zedekis, great res there as the 6 members of Waifu Superstar are up against 5 of Jeff from the Overwatch team. Captain's going to be finding a late entry to the fight and a massive hammer down, getting everyone off point. Cuban Pete contesting, being the smart one, but not being able to contest long enough as Tree with another Junkrat tire all damn day. Map goes to Waifu Superstar.
Yeah. Well played.
Very well played indeed. The play of the game here going to Valkyr. None other than Valkyrie, as I believe it's pronounced. Happy birthday, man. Good job. Does a hammer down. Scooter bomb probably comes from behind him. And happy birthday.
Left click. Got him.
Left click. Got him.
Really?
I mean, go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna say, well played by most of them. All in all, good ults from Waifu Superstar. I think easy clap. There was a lot of moments where Scotch just tries to get behind everyone and get like the 5-man shatter of dreams, and it didn't work out. I think he got maybe 2 down for most of his shatters, while Valk just really popped off, getting several for each. It just shows a difference in probably amount of playtime and level of play at this point. The Reinhardts. The Reinhardt 1v1 is always just a fun little back and forth of who's gonna drop the shield, who's faking, who's doing all this stuff, so
Just a massive mind game.
yeah, it's really fun to watch.
It's a strange game of chess, and you know, it's he started the season as Platinum. And I believe he was a Mercy man at the start of that. And I don't know if his team, you know, kind of pressed him to be a Reinhardt main, or if he pressed himself to do it. But you know, as this season's been progressing, he's kind of done a U-turn from skill, and then you know now I think he's rising back up. I mean, he did have a couple good shields there, a couple good plays, and he's showing up. You know.
Yeah. I do think Scotch is trying to go to his like League of Legends tank ways more. I think that I am 90% sure that he wanted to play tank himself. I can see he has fun with it. That you don't go behind the whole team and look for shatters like that if you're not having fun. So
yeah, that's also true.
But now we're going to Junkertown, a much different map, much worse, I'd say, for Reinhardt. More Orissas are normally seen, but they could run it if they want. And infamous for the Bastion play.
Yeah,
who would play
pirate
it?
ship. It's all about that pirate ship, and I don't know. I don't really see teams not start the pirate ship. I know what Zedekis is normally the token Bastion player of Waifu Superstar, I believe. Maybe TK Thrifty. I can't remember, but. Who plays Bastion on Jeff from the Overwatch?
Probably Cap'n. I believe he played it last time we saw this, all the way back in week 3. That's which just happens to be the week they won against Mercy and Nerf Me Daddy, was really big off of Captain's Genji play and his Bastion at that point, but he might prefer the Widow. Widow, also really known for this map, just for the massive sightlines that she has. There's a couple cheeky spots you can go into. I don't see
Attackers incoming
Waifu
in 30
playing
seconds.
Widow unless Thrifty's feeling it, but
Uh,
no surprise. Reaper Junkrat.
I feel like if they wanted to play Widow, they might flex Zeticus in that position. I think TK Thrifty might also play Widow. That's the thing with waifus; they do have a lot of flex potential on their team in general. And yeah, like you said, running that Junkrat Reaper, that's going to be pretty standard against what they're expecting for the pirate ship. As Dano is filling the Bastion for Jeff from the Overwatch.
And I forgot, they played Bastion, like 3 different players played Bastion against us when they played us, so, you know, maybe they feel like they're gonna give Dano the chance, and he already gets a kill on Valk.
Yeah, this double shield comp coming out of Jeff from the Overwatch team, I believe, is going to be pretty strong. As, you know, yeah, they have a Reaper, Hog, and a Junk. But that can't flow against it, and they just scatter. They're just they scatter and kill. They divide and conquer. As the hook goes, Spagooter does find the hook onto Dano, but he's not able to finish as he's left vaping away. Great haul from Marissa. Danko is left to solo. Oh my God. Well, Danko ends up dying to Valkyr in the Spagooter duel. He shows up, and Dano is doing Bastion things. Oh my God, what's happening?
Yeah. I don't. Okay, why are they contesting? No. Okay.
What was that? Like a minute-long push?
It was really fast. I don't think they stopped once they got on that train. They maybe stopped to kill Thrifty in the back line, and that was it.
Damn. Yeah, Jeff from the Overwatch showing that they have teeth right now and pushing the second point with over 5 minutes to spare. And
Waifu need an answer to this Bastion, because they don't have one right now, unless they just killed them, everyone else.
Yeah, TK Thrifty trying to find the backline here, and he's doing some pretty good work, but he does die in the process to Dano's Bastion, and people are now up as Cuban Pete gets Scotch up. Jeff from the Overwatch team has life again as the advantage. Massive shatter. Good reaction from AKS Zero's Tranquility there too. And Scotch does find Zeticus with the charge there, down to only a Zen healing as Dano's laser focused on him, but no, the tree tire comes and kills him. And Jeff from the Overwatch team does not have a leg to stand on as their team is falling left and right. Captain dying, and Sneaky Turtle also going to fall. Zeticus, Cuban Pete from Jeff from the Overwatch team, the last one to survive, and he runs away, blasting his pistol into the face of the team.
Probably the person to watch out for, TK Thrifty with this Death Blossom, looking to get the Bastion from behind before he can shoot him down. And they don't have a defensive ult really to stop it. I mean, Josh has his Coalescence, but oh, this is gonna be good.
Die in the backline. TK Thrifty, sneaky, stealthy, getting both supports from Jeff from the Overwatch team. Massive kills there, as Waifu Superstar should be able to just clean up after this. A lot of people dead on their team. Good job, Waifu. Good job, TK Thrifty. Massive Reaper ult.
Yeah, he found a really good corner where they weren't expecting him, and just well done. Cap swaps over to the Genji. I like it. I think he's definitely better at Genji than anything else.
Coalescence coming out of Danko here. Yeah, and a fight is starting to break out. Jeff from the Overwatch team very favored right now as Valkyr, Tree, Spagooter's demeched as well. TK Thrifty in the back line does not have Death Blossom this time. He's going to be able to find someone. No, he cannot. Everyone alive from Jeff from the Overwatch team is TK Thrifty is in the big, long flank here. Danko trying to see if he can flush him out here. I don't know.
He sees him.
I don't know if that's going to work, but we'll see what happens. Jeff from the Overwatch team still pushing. Waifu Superstar has to get to the cart now. Captain scouting, finds him. Spagooter on point. Dano needs to kill him right now. TK Thrifty on point as well. Waifu Superstar just makes a massive presence as a massive boop comes out. And a Diva Bomb not finding anyone, I don't believe. And Jeff from the Overwatch team has to run away with their tails stuck between their legs. Cap, no!
That was really good coordination out of Spagooter and Tree. Spagooter right-clicked so Dano can do anything, and Free, I think he probably just double shifted him, or shot or something. Deno, in the end, Deno went down, and that was really huge. They have 5 ults, so see what they can do.
Yeah, that mine blasting everyone off the cart was really big. That gave the team Waifu Superstar the space that they needed. But Dano says, hey, buddies, I'm coming in guns blazing. Double damage boost coming right now, but he's not really finding anything. Josh Danko, the first to actually die in this fight. Jeff from the Overwatch team not looking too hot. But as I say that, everyone's dying. Not everyone from Waifu Superstar. T15 and other people are dead, and the weave stick is coming out of Cap. He's trying to find people, but the hammer down coming out of Scotch is a last-ditch effort to kill everyone. Not gonna happen. Nerf this as a good measure. Spagooter peeing on the cart, making everyone know it's his.
That's really a shame. They used everything there, and all they got were ults back in return. TK Thrifty is gonna have his ult. Josh, I don't think even close to contesting it. So they're gonna have a minute to see what they can do. Scotch leading the charge, though.
Ooh, Scotch giving absolutely no fucks as he is deep in the enemy team here. Coalescence hitting him, trying to heal him. Josh Danko says, no, you're not throwing. And he's able to find Valk. Oh man, advantage goes to Waifu, but then it goes back, and now it's even, and now it's to Jeff from the Overwatch team. Oh my god, the fight is breaking out on point. Josh Danko peeing on everyone. TK Thrifty trying to find CP Turtle in the background. Don't know how much that's going to do for the team. I hear ults. I don't know who's popping them. The weave stick coming out of Cap is a last-ditch effort to hopefully push this card a little bit farther, as his team, I believe, is at a massive disadvantage. A Hulk coming out, keeping Cap in place. The two DPS around card against the 2 tanks from Waifu Superstar, and AJS0 says Tranquility is going to keep everyone alive, and the Junkrat Tire is trying to find someone, and it doesn't. A lot of ults blown from Waifu Superstar just now. Ooh, that was unfortunate.
That stagger is gonna be huge. They only have 15 seconds to go. They're gonna have to do it without their mercy. Dano, Scotch, you need to look for big plays. Scotch is dead though.
Oh, Scotch dead. Danko dead. Spagooter demech, which is good. Captain getting in the face of the enemy here, but runs away as he's discorded. Sneaky Turtle trying to get up there too. Overtime hasn't commenced. The 2 DPS are on cart. The 1 DPS is on carts. Josh Danko makes it back, but Dano's on cart sneaking around. Not, yeah, Waifu holds here.
Oof. He just kind of trickled in. Cuban Pete getting staggered there. I think he was looking to see if him and Josh could support the 2 people on the cart, but Josh was able to shift away. I don't know where he was looking. He just didn't, I don't think he knew where Josh went, and at a loss, he dies for it. And they're gonna have to honestly hope for a first point hold. First point is a lot easier to keep than those second point streets. And now we're gonna see TK Thrifty's Bastion. So
yeah, TK Thrifty busting out that Bastion pick. And I mean, you know, it's kind of funny with this big sky first point environment. You play like Pharah, Widow, Bastion, you know, Bastion when you're attacking, I guess Bastion if you're defending, depending on your strat. But all these big sky, you know, players are not on either of these teams. You know, yeah. Captain was playing Widow, but he wasn't feeling it halfway through that, it seemed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The doctor is in.
Probably a little bit off and on for him, I would say. He's much more of a projectile player, so it's not surprising, but he will flex to whatever his team needs.
He didn't play Pharah, did he?
He has in the past, but,
around the world.
Not on this map.
Not this map, sorry. Just the Widow.
Yeah. Anyway, these teams, looks like on defense, Captain's going to be on that Genji, got the Junkrat, standard, well not standard tanks, Danko's on Diva and Scotch is on Orisa. They have a really weird comp for defense in my opinion, but I don't know, we'll see how it works.
I like it because shields are easier to get. Okay, 2 people dead already.
Wow.
And Josh can counter the Bastion better than a Roadhog could.
you are right. They do have actually a pretty much straight up anti-Bastion comp now when I
Oh,
relook
and
at
goodbye,
this.
Bastion.
Yeah, and they see it. Waifu Superstar adjusting right away to it as TK Thrifty takes to the skies. The Pharah that I've been claiming that should be on this point is now here. And yeah, Waifu Superstar is moving the cart pretty quick, pretty certain here. As all members of Jeff from the Overwatch team are defending, but not necessarily contesting. Scotch, though, first to fall. Fight breaks down. AJS0 is getting caught by Valkyr and, sorry. Oh my god, so much damage. Okay. Waifu Superstar holds. There's 2 people left from Jeff from the Overwatch team. Sneaky Turtle on that Moira, getting really deep. Oh my god, I don't even know what's happening anymore. Hold me, Cal.
Oof. Just, I don't know. They tried to dive the backline. They got Swift, I believe. Just the rest of them were left uncontested. I don't think Josh had enough defense matrix. And it's not like Arissa's gonna help you.
Jeff from the Overwatch team comes out to contest. Cuban Pete not finding anyone with his Junkrat tire. And a lot of fight is now happening on the cart as Jeff from the Overwatch team is trying to hold, but a lot of people fall very quickly to Tree and TK Thrifty's Junkrat and Pharah respectively, and the coalescence from Zedekis. Very, very definitive push and win to that fight from Waifu Superstar 2.
Yeah. Well, people sort of forget with Tree and TK Thrifty both on the same team. It's good and it's also awkward is they both play Pharah at a pretty good level. And right now, I think TK Thrifty showed off on that one.
Ooh, showing off again right now. TK Thrifty finding Cuban Pete at the start of this fight. Jeff from the Overwatch team
Oh,
outmanned.
goodbye.
And TK Thrifty dies in the process. Tree finding Captain with his Junkrat tire. And these are the initial picks to the start of this fight as Waifu Superstar is just pushing the cart uncontested consistently. Scotch needs to get down there and put a shield in front of the cart to contest. He's not doing that. And the Tranquility coming out of Dano very big as the Diva Bomb does not find anyone from Josh Danko. It's not going to be good for Jeff from the Overwatch team as Waifu Superstar is swinging away. Valky does end up falling. TK Thrifty trying to kill the enemy team there with a Justice from above. Does find a couple people and he's still alive in the process. Waifu Superstar looking very hot right now with 4 of them on cart. And this could be the deciding game that keeps them in the playoffs. And Waifu Superstar 2, Senpai's Literature Club, goes to the playoffs!
GG's. There's still one more map, but it is definitely over for Jeff from the Overwatch team.
Does it make a bit of difference? Josh Danko, you got the play of the game, but you do not go to the playoffs. You're sucking and pissing and doing them sexy things that an Irish woman does or whatever and killing people as Moira, but you're not going to the playoffs.
Yeah, pretty well played. I think one of the players we don't mention enough is actually AJS0. His Zenyatta was pretty on point this match. He was consistently hitting his shots and his Transcendence were just kept his team alive. And was well played from him. And I personally kind of hope for a little bit of a brawl fest in this last match, but what were you saying?
No, I agree, definitely. AJS0, he plays that Zen reactive and proactively. You know, I saw points on Blizzard World where a team fight looked like it was about to start and he would get the ult down. And then I've also seen fights where Valkyr would be kind of a little far ahead, getting a little bit of, you know, taking a lot of damage and looking like he was about to fall. But, you know, he reacted and pressed the Tranquility. So he's very good at knowing when to use that, whether, again, reactive, proactively, and it shines and shows because they're going to the playoffs.
Yeah, it will be against Mercy Nerf Me Daddy, but we will get to cast one last map for Jeff from the Overwatch team. We'll get to see what memes they will bring. What memes will Waifu Superstar bring? They don't need to win this necessarily, but if I were them, I'd still probably try. I'm too much to try hard.
Third game of the night. Doesn't matter the outcome except for, I guess, pride and not talking.
Memes.
Well, memes. It could be Kappa Pride that they're playing for. I don't know. Dano, just looking at these teams right now. Sneaky Turtle on that May. Dano on the Sombra. I like it. A little bit of spice in there. And from Waifu Superstar, TK Thrifty on the May as well, but the Doomfist coming out of Zeticus. Solo
Spicy.
heals? Oh man.
Please play Hanzo, Dan.
Oh man. This is
I
like... This is
Dream for
goofy.
me would be Josh actually playing Zarya and then Dano playing Hanzo and seeing if they could make it work.
4,
Be the dream,
3,
That'd be pretty cool.
1.
but it will not be.
Capture.
They just get
Oh,
one alt
they're-
combo
they're
off
getting
and
memed
everyone goes
instead.
nuts. Yeah, yep, this is the meme. So they do at least have 2 healers, that's good. And Sneaky Turtle on that May can be considered an off tank. So, you know, you can kind of say that they got a legit comp coming out of Jeff from the Overwatch team. But the comp coming out of Waifu Superstar, solo healing AJS 0. Alright, Jeff from the Overwatch team, just find AJS, kill him, and then you win. And they almost did, and they did! Oh my god, Scotch! Woo! You got him!
The objective.
Alright,
Nice.
points unlocked. Get in there! Get in there! Oh, they ain't in there. Oh my god, wait, the Superstar's just gonna take this without a healer? What? Oh no, I'm wrong.
Oh, no. Captain says no,
This is not the
and
end.
he is playing a character he plays all the time on that Tracer. And he, out of all the that I have to say on Jeff of the Overwatch team who have been trying to shine to carry, I feel like Cap had his up and down moments, but when his highs were highs, he was actually just solo carry.
Yeah, for sure. And I've also specifically talked to Dano about, you know, how much he plays, how much he watches people play, and how much practice that the team has done. And he almost is kind of like an unsung coach to that a little bit, you know, trying to get the best out of people. And, you know, because in a league you got to practice. And the practice shows right now. As, you know, a May ult coming down. Does it get anyone? Spagooter's out of mech. There's a Hanzo ult in there. A lot of boosted casting
Get him,
right
Hanzo.
now. Dano showing up. Waifu holds the point? Or no, sorry,
No,
Jeff from the
Jeff-
Overwatch
Jeff
team.
does.
Oh my god, I'm boosted. This is my life now.
His life. This is Hanzo May life.
Yeah, I get. You know, when you think about it, a May ult is kind of like a Zarya ult. You know, keeps everyone still.
Yeah, it doesn't bring everyone together, but it's okay. It's a little bit less of a
I see the synergy, you know?
yeah.
Alright, ult's coming out with both teams right now. I believe Scotch just popped his Diva Bomb. Did not find anyone with it. Valk with a massive hammer down, finding all sorts of people. And,
A little bit of a
Waifu.
question mark there. Massive hammer down?
I mean, did he find 2 people? I thought he found 2 people.
well, he did, but they were also already frozen.
Well, he's just shattering ice sculptures, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It's a strat. Can you imagine that if like after being frozen they actually get shattered? Like that'd be
Yeah.
pretty gross.
What is this, Hearthstone? Alright, Diva Bomb coming out, going nowhere.
Oh, but Mail from Sneaky.
May
See if you
please.
can get anything. Cuban Pete's left on his own, Valk, being the angry German man that he is.
Oh wow, Sneaky Pete was able to actually get Spagooter demeched. Wait, did Cuban Pete just jump off the edge?
He got knocked off by the Reinhardt and had nowhere to go.
Oh my god. What? Okay, I don't even know what's happening anymore. These are just not traditional, this isn't traditional Overwatch.
I think Waifu Superstar, pretty much every time they've had an ult, they're just like, alright, I'll throw that, you know, might as well.
Yeah, I did see
Kill him
AJS
with
0
this.
just like tranquility out of nowhere. Or transcendence or whatever the hell it's called.
Just
Oh my
Mini
god.
Diva? Mini Diva.
Alright, big boost. Okay, play from Mini Diva. Got the mech back. That
Nice.
kills the Ana boost. Does that kill the Ana boost when she kills the mech?
Yeah, when she does.
These interactions, man. I'm learning real stuff about the game now. May ult coming out of Jeff from the Overwatch
Goodbye.
team. Or sorry, Waifu Superstar finding Josh Danko. And he's sleeping. Zeticus, can you get him? Zeticus, get him. Sick him. Sick him, Zed. Kill Danko. No mercy. No mercy.
Oh, good. Okay. Get to the point and goodbye.
Pass into the unknown.
Oh, ults. Cap's down.
How does that find Cap? That was really strange. Oh, he's tryharding though as he weeb blades and dies. And point goes to Waifu.
Round 1.
Yeah. I think Waifu were losing this match and they're like, wait, we can play actual characters now. And now they have an actual comp. And started winning the game. Feels bad, man.
I mean, still just popping ults whenever they wanted to.
True. You're not wrong. Valk. They're just having some fun. They're swapping back, though. Zed. Back to the Doomfist. Whew. I wonder. Dano's gonna play his signature Ana. He hasn't gotten... Honestly, Dano's Ana is probably the best in the league, I'd say. But he never gets to play it because he's always having to swap to these off rolls. And it made me really sad.
Yeah, Dano has been the MVP flex player. I don't think he has not played a role on his team. Like, any role, or probably any character. He's probably, I think he told me, there's a statistic, he's played like, I think like 20 characters or something like that. Yeah, like this whole entire season, that's nuts. He definitely gets flex of the year. Like, holy shit. Well,
He
going
just
in
left the tree in midair.
yeah.
Walked up to him and slept on him. Yep, the one problem with Ana, she's really not that great. Meta-wise, well, now she is for a good while in the Mercy meta specifically. She wasn't picked because Cap nails Zed in the face.
Sorry, Captain in the backline just doing Captain things, I guess. But what were you gonna say?
Just about Ana, basically, not being crazy meta because her ult's offensive instead of defensive. But it's definitely changing, I'd say. I'm looking forward to pro play, and that Ana can be played now. So
Yeah, now with Brig It Out, or Brigitte, Baguette, whatever you want to call her.
yeah, I am really curious how the SPL would work with a Brigitte.
Yeah, next season 5 is going to be pretty hype. I mean, there's a lot of people that want in. But hey, we're still in season 4 right now. Dragon's coming out onto the point from Jeff from the Overwatch team as they get stuffed back in their base. We haven't really been talking a lot about this, but just very one-sided. AJ0 though dies and Spagooter dies. So now
They just ran into them, got walled off, and got smacked around by.
okay. Caster Curse. So Jeff from the Overwatch team has a very clear advantage right now, and they need to push on it, but they're not, as their supports are dead. So
They still have the picks, I think. Oh, goodbye, Thrifty. Okay.
TK Thrifty now dead from Waifu.
I think this is a 1v4, 2v4.
Yeah, so Jeff from the Overwatch team has to get on point, right? Am I right?
They should, but
But they're not.
they're not. You know, sometimes you just want to go for the kills. Sometimes you want to try to rocket barrage Hanzo.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
Oh, but Cupid Pete knows what's up, because he is a boosted animal, freezing the point, not getting anyone in it, and getting Doomfisted.
This Batman.
Doomfisted right in the
This may
ass.
be the end.
And yeah, 3 members of Waifu on the point. Not like this. Oh,
Or is
not
it?
like this.
Or is it?
Jeff from the Overwatch team showing some life. Scotch dies.
Screaming out.
Danko and Captain, carry him. Put him on your back. Where your backpacks at? We going camping,
They
fam.
gotta kill
Let's go.
a Roadhog.
Oh, Spagooter bringing out the that thing, and he dies using that thing.
Wait, it's not over.
Oh my God, the contest is real. TK Thrifty, oh, getting walled off and not being able to save the point, and he gets booped off, but he's Lucio. He's gonna be able to live in that pit. Live in that pit forever, Thrifty. Yeah, I'll call that inting, that's fine. That would have been a good time to die anyway.
Yeah, you know.
Just
Oh, goodbye, Josh.
What are we watching? Cal, can you tell me what we're watching?
You know, we're watching the baddie Overwatch League at its finest. Being bad. Oh, goodbye. I think he's gonna get knocked out of the map. No.
Like, you know, I'm seeing these Hanzo arrows, and I think this is the first time I've seen Hanzo, and that's why I feel like I'm not really casting Overwatch right now. Like, the first time I see Hanzo in, like, an actual competitive BOL match.
It's like, who is this character? I think TV Junkie actually played a little bit of Hanzo, funny enough.
Oh, that's probably why I was tilted.
Yeah.
That guy.
I feel you.
That guy. Waifu Superstar taking the point back. Killing all of Jeff from the Overwatch team. And this game ends with
How
that.
could this happen to Jeff from the Overwatch team?
Yeah.
Oof.
Play the game. We'll see how big this one is, as it is
Play of the game.
Valkyr?
Dude, he left clicks people, watch. Or he might right click someone. Nope. Left click. Oh, goodbye.
Okay, that looked like that was all like Zedekis. That was all Zedekis. Zedekis even tapped the guy that he sucked in. That was all Zedekis. Valkyr kidnapping play of the game.
That will be the end of Jeff from the Overwatch team, and we'll see Waifu Superstar next week against Mercy Nerf Me Daddy.
Yeah, and I believe that the winner of that match also plays the
Same
third
fourth-
seed as well. Yeah.
Yeah, TPC.
So yeah, stay tuned, and that's the end of the regular season, guys. Keep watching.